And welcome. You do that every time. Welcome to the morning show here with me, P. Consadori, Ken Reischmann, and of course, John Stanko, our producer. There was snow today. It was all last night.
Not fair.
It's not fair.
Love it.
Really?
Love snow.
Really? You love snow in the middle of April.
Let it go, baby.
I approve. I do approve of that.
Anything else?
Have you heard the college version of Let
Yes.
It Go? It is not appropriate for on air.
I have not. Maybe I should.
Hilarious.
But if you want me to sing it, I will. Just kidding. NSFW.
Yes, but it is very, very funny.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, it is. Let's talk about entertainment first. That was Ken Reischmann's.
I don't know why I suggested it.
Yeah, it was a suggestion.
Because John only says some stupid things during this segment.
And Kenny usually says some stupid things I have to answer to.
Here we go. Fast 7 recruits Paul Walker's brother to finish late actor scenes.
You know, they wouldn't have to worry about it if they just stopped after 2.
You know what? The second one stunk, so they had to redeem themselves. And I think the past
with
two
5 more.
With the past 2 with The Rock have been very entertaining. I'm not saying they're good movies.
Listen, you could put The Rock in.
I'm saying that they're
Grown Ups 2, and it would have been a good movie.
Okay, no, wrong. Grown Ups were terrible. God, those movies are awful.
Yeah, but The Rock is awesome.
Okay, the Rock is awesome.
And he
I'm
probably
aware.
could have made it better.
Yes, he makes every movie better.
They picked
for the most
Shaq
part.
instead.
I know, it's gross.
Adam Sandler's got this
the last
weird
2
Shaq
Fast and
fetish.
Furious have been good. I think that they've been entertaining, not great acting movies, but you come out, you're entertained with the big explosions. It's a better Michael Michael Bay film.
I want you to evaluate that last sentence.
I know. I hate Michael Bay. I hate everything he represents in movies, but it's a better version.
I was just about to say, Stanko's not the biggest fan of Michael Bay.
Nobody is.
All right.
Except for uneducated
Except for
moviegoers
his
who like
mom.
Transformers. Except for my mom.
I like the first one. No, not your mom.
Oh, you insulting my mother?
No, we're not there yet. I'm not that.
Oh, jeez. Let's not insult each other's mothers on the show.
Think I'd go there that quickly?
I think you would.
I would.
You're a little cranky this morning.
I'm not cranky. I'm in a good mood. I slept for like 14 hours.
You in hibernation?
Yeah, it was bad.
This is from the spokesperson.
I thought I had an aneurysm last night. I was in STL, and my brain was like trying to burst out of my own skull. And I was like,
I
need to go see a doctor.
Was it like alien? Something was just trying to
there was
burst out
bugs or something in there. It was weird. And I was like, okay, I'm just going to go to bed. And when I wake up dead, then it'll all be over. And so I went home after STL, like 9 p.m. And I was like, I'm just going to go to bed. So I went to bed. And I didn't wake up until 8:30.
I'm jealous of you.
Wild. And I will say that's one good thing about this hair.
Ken Reischmann, everyone.
You can wake up whenever the heck you want. And you don't have to comb it.
It's true.
And
same with my hair.
The subtleties.
You can wake up whatever you want, just throw a hat on.
I like your idea.
Thank you. This is from the.
I want to feel. I haven't felt it yet.
All right. Well, while Stanko does that, this is from a spokesperson from Fast Furious 7. Quote: "We have resumed." All right. I might as well just not.
Sorry.
I was distracted by the cheap head. I'm sorry.
Kenny's new name is Chia Pet. Quote: "We resumed." We have resumed shooting and now welcome Paul's brother, Caleb and Cody, into our Fast family. Caleb and Cody are helping us complete some remaining action for their brother and fill in small gaps left in the production.
Basically meaning that they're just going to be sitting behind the wheel of a probably not moving car.
Probably. Sometimes they're moving in some stunts.
And the quote goes on and on. I probably won't have time to say it because Ken and John are just so happy this morning.
I'm sorry,
too. Well, no, it's this is a great show. I love
this is great.
Kenny.
It's great,
grand, wonderful. I love having the Ken, Pete, and John combo. I think it's a great.
Because all we do is argue.
Yeah, I don't get left out in this show because me and John argue about entertainment. And
you don't get left out?
Argue about the NHL. So like John's left out during the NHL talk, and you're left out during the.
I'm left out for the entire show except for 5 minutes.
You get the NHL rant in there.
We do.
Argue.
For 5 we went on for like 20 extra minutes the last time we did the NHL rant. John had the city. He was probably late to his manicure.
I'm gonna.
Hey, it was a pedicure.
It was a mani-pedi. It was both. Those words just came out of my mouth, folks. I apologize.
Yeah. You ever gotten a facial at a spa? I'm being dead serious right now. We're like they get your pores and stuff, and they like.
No, I've only done the mani-pedi.
I have not done.
Get a facial at a spa. It is the best thing ever. I'm telling you, my friend from high school, her mom had a spa in her basement.
That is not weird at all.
It sounds really terrible.
Listen, I got my first facial when I lost a game of Chutes and Ladders, and the bet was that you have to go downstairs and get a facial, and the mom volunteered to do it. I'm telling you, I fell asleep. It was the most comfortable thing I've ever been a part of. I fell asleep on that spot table going, oh my God.
Folks, do not lose a game of Shoots and
I
Ladders.
woke up an hour later with a beautiful face, no blackheads, eyebrows done perfectly. I woke up an hour later.
She did your eyebrows?
She did. It was the most comfortable thing I've ever been a part of. Telling you right now.
I'm uncomfortable.
Right now.
I don't get uncomfortable.
Every man should
now,
experience it once.
As the comedian Sebastian Maniscalco would say, I'm uncomfortable that you're comfortable.
I'm not denying it. It happened. It happened junior year and it happened senior year
Hey,
before my prom.
more-
I looked beautiful.
Hey, there you go. You know what? More power to you, and we're just so happy that you went through that experience.
Kenny's giving me what's wrong with you look.
Let's go to John with some news on Harrison Ford.
Well, Harrison Ford had some quotes about the Blade Runner sequel. He says, I'm quite curious and excited about seeing a new script for Blade Runner. If, in fact, the opportunity would exist to do another, if it's a good script, I would be very anxious to work with Ridley Scott again. He's very talented and passionate filmmaker, and I think it would be very interesting to revisit the character. Pete, we talked before the show. We have seen Blade Runner.
We have.
Kenny, you have not seen it, but you've
I've
read the book.
The Android's Dream of Electric Sheep,
Yes.
which is the book that Blade Runner
they
stole.
do a good job in the movie trying to stick with the book as much as they can.
I think
so.
I enjoyed the movie. It's very unique.
Did you read the book?
Very
as well?
unique.
I did not read the book. I frankly I didn't know it was based off of a book until after the movie.
Oh, okay.
So that's why
I didn't know that Blade Runner was based off of a book
Okay.
until I read the book and somebody told me that.
I think on the covers. I think on the covers of the new Do Android's Dream Electric Sheep. I remember taking a science fiction class in my high school. It says this is the book that was adapted into the movie Blade Runner. Like it literally says it on the cover.
okay.
Interesting.
But it's a great book. I think it stays true to the book in a lot of aspects. I'm not going to say all because no movie is true to the book 100%, at least that I've seen yet.
except for maybe the first two Harry Potters.
Maybe,
they were basically taken word for word.
What about Great Gatsby? That was pretty close, right?
Well, I didn't like the new Great Gatsby.
I'm talking about the older. I'm talking the Robert Redford one.
I didn't like the Robert Redford one either. To be
Really?
honest with you.
Do you like anything, John? Do you like anything?
I should be asking you that question.
Sourpuss.
I didn't like you. Wait, you like the new Great Gatsby?
I didn't mind it. It wasn't my favorite.
It was
I
enjoyable,
gotta say
but it
that
wasn't
there
like
was-
fantastic.
I didn't find it enjoyable.
There were some parts of that soundtrack though that were very, 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 very well placed.
Oh,
There were other
oh.
parts that were like way off.
The
But-
soundtrack, I think, was the best part of the movie. Otherwise, I think the acting wasn't even. I think the script wasn't nice. I think Baz Luhrmann got too engrossed in the idea of putting on a pretty production rather than a moving one.
It was pretty.
Yeah, but I think the point was to make it pretty.
Well, I disagree with this point then, and then I disagree
Alright.
with the purpose of the movie.
Sounds good.
All right, that was actually a calm argument.
Sorry.
Yeah, it was.
I mean, I didn't like it that much. I enjoyed
I think
it.
I gave it a D or D minus.
Okay,
I
that
really
is
didn't like
unfair.
it. I'm hard to
That
to
is
do.
unfair.
When I don't
You
like
gave
something.
okay, but you gave the Gatsby. See, here's where I lose you on your movie reviews. You give the Gatsby a D or a D minus, but you gave like Pacific Rim like a C plus or a B,
I gave Pacific Rim a C plus.
which is just an awful.
You go
awful decision.
in to Pacific Rim knowing it's about explosions, robots, and you know it's not going to be a great story, but you go in to be entertained.
I agree.
Like a Fast and the Furious movie.
I agree that
I went into Great Gatsby, and they projected it as a movie that'll move you, and it'll be like a good story with good acting. And I didn't think it was, so that's why I was disappointed. That's why I rated it badly. You got to know what to expect going in.
I think the pre-show knowledge definitely helps your aspect of looking at it during the movie. So I think
have
that
no
I think. Well, I agree with John on that one.
That's
I-
okay.
Thank you, Pete.
That's okay.
As
Thank you.
a filmmaker and film watcher,
Thank you, Pete.
avid, I agree with him.
I do appreciate it.
No
I
problem.
just want to say that I went 18 for 18 on my Oscar picks, and you didn't. So
You're right. I did not. Credit to you.
I went 0 for 18 because I didn't make any picks. Okay, so
18 for 18.
joke's on you. I
Right for
win.
you.
Okay.
All right, so you know what? Congrats, Ken.
movie
You
review.
will be getting your award soon.
Yeah. They should send me a
once your hair grows.
complimentary Oscar.
But did you win an award at the ICTV Film Festival?
No, did
No,
you?
me and Pete did.
Oh,
Bam!
Boom.
What'd you guys win?
I won Best Comedy for Love at First Stalk.
That was you.
Yes, it was.
I saw it on the thumbnail, but I couldn't stay because I had to come down here to do the
Love at
show
first
with Kevin.
talk.
Definitely catch our NHL preview. Me and Kevin Barnett. We did a good hour and a half on the East and West conferences.
Yeah, it's gonna be the worst analysis of all time.
Wow.
I'm just kidding.
Wow.
Shots fired.
Damn. That's
We
cold.
got some too biased people down there. Probably have
No,
the Rangers
we
going
actually-
all the way to the
No.
Olympics
No,
and they're
what?
taking the gold medal.
Okay. Oh man.
I'm kidding. It's probably very good analysis.
It was. I I think it was good.
Hashtag analysis.
Hashtag Ken Reischmann has no hair.
Fair.
All right.
But it was for a great cause, so it should not
Yes.
be made fun of.
Thank you, Pete.
No problem. Speaking of not being fun of, Ice Cube jokes around that Paul Walker robbed him of an MTV Movie Award.
Oh, man.
Yeah. After coming under fire from complaining at that the ride-along co-star Kevin Hart were robbed at the MTV Movie Awards, losing Best On-Screen Duo to the late Paul Walker and his Fast and Furious 6 co-star Vin Diesel. The rapper-actor backed off his comments in his series of tweets. He was saying, "I wasn't really mad we didn't win, so I would never diss the actor who won, not even Paul Walker. Seriously, people." And that was him. And then a retweet was a reply, I guess, was the sympathy vote. "We should honor people before they die. That's all. Shame on you. Make something out of nothing. Reporters."
I don't know who to believe in this story, to be honest with you.
I don't like when people blame reporters for things that they said.
I think reporters, though, can take it out of context.
Yeah, but I mean, then you shouldn't have said it. If it
I-
can be
that's
taken out
true.
of context,
That's
don't
true.
say it.
I agree. I agree that I think Ice Cube was wrong in saying this out loud in front of a bunch of people. I think you could think it. That's fine.
That's
you have
fine.
the right to do so, but don't say it where people are going to make a big deal about it. You should be smarter than that.
I agree.
Okay, well that was
We actually
calm.
let Pete read through that entire thing without interrupting him, and we agreed on it in the end.
Well, this is something you cannot disagree on. I mean, this was a comment that shouldn't have even been made. You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
Word.
All right, so Kenny, before we go into sports,
What up, yo?
what's going on with the news?
What is going on with the news? So, Russia tests Obama's ability to stop its advantage. This is from Yahoo News. Obama has vowed repeatedly to enact biting sanctions against Russia's vital economic sectors if the Kremlin tries to replicate its actions in Crimea elsewhere in the former Soviet Republic. Despite those warnings, Russian President Vladimir Putin appears to be testing Obama's limits, instigating protests in eastern Ukraine and massing tens of thousands of troops on the border, but so far stopping short of a full-scale military incursion. So things in the east
Not
are
looking too
getting a
good.
little crazy still.
It's not all quiet on the Eastern Front.
Nice. Wow, I'm smiley now. That was fun. So Matthew Rojansky, a regional analyst at the Wilson Center, states of Russia, they have been willing to do things to provoke the situation that no one anticipated. It's such a high-stakes, high-risk situation, and here they are right in the middle of it, end quote. So, just like we said, things not so stable over there. But tens of thousands of troops massed on Russia's border with eastern Ukraine. Obama is facing calls from some Republicans to make tougher action now. Tennessee Senator Bob Corker, the top Republican on the Senate Foreign Relations Committee, sent Obama a letter over the weekend calling on the administration to immediately ratchet up economic penalties against Moscow. Quote, "Rather than wait for a Russian invasion of eastern Ukraine to implement additional sanctions, which seems to be the U.S. policy at the moment, we must take action now that will prevent this worst-case scenario before it becomes a reality." So, people looking for some harsher sanctions from the White House, looking for some action from the White House at all. What do you guys think?
You're not wearing any shoes.
I took them off.
Yeah, the
First,
shoes are
I just
near
noticed
me.
that.
Yeah, the shoes are
you're
off.
not wearing any shoes.
They are Sperry's with no
And-
laces.
Thank you.
If anyone wants to know, Ken is single. He wears Sperry's with no laces. They are a gray-ish color, light gray, and he likes long walks on the beach
I
as
hate
long
the
as
beach.
it's not cold.
I remember him saying he hates the
Hate the beach,
actually.
and I love the cold. So Pete is lying to
I
you.
do like the cold. I do like the cold, just not in the middle of April.
Yes.
Anyways, Russia's crazy.
Yeah, okay.
But I
Let's go
do
that route.
I do agree because it's cold up there. So that was my segue.
Okay,
Nice.
I like that. That was nice.
But I actually do agree with the Republican that we should do some more things before it actually happens.
I agree. I mean, I feel like a lot of countries are notorious for not doing anything.
I think we
until something
We should be
bad or-
proactive rather than reactive in
Right.
this situation.
Exactly.
Well, I think one of the, let me
You're gonna
argue a
play
little bit
devil's
here.
advocate?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if I'm playing devil's advocate or if I agree with it. So let me feel that out as I'm playing devil's advocate. How's that feel?
Okay.
Ken Reichman, everyone.
Okay.
So I'm just trying to think. You can't be too preemptive
Agreed.
because
I agree.
that all that does is provoke.
Okay.
So instead of me and you, if me and you were in some sort of argument, and then you punch me in the face, and I was like, okay, well, now I'm going to punch John in the face because he punched me in the face. But instead of that, if I just walked into the radio booth and punched you in the face, because we might get into an argument, and then you might punch me in the face, I would be very, very wrong.
I agree.
Now,
but
it's not the same situation. Don't
think
get me
we're
wrong.
already in the argument.
Yes, we're in the argument, but you have not punched me in the face yet.
It's whoever wants to make that first sucker
And
punch.
I think the good move is to not be the one to do that.
Okay, I respectfully disagree with you in the situation.
That's
I
fair.
understand where you're coming from. I just like the idea of knocking Russia on their butts before they do something that.
See, the thing with the economic sanctions is that they don't.
I know they don't do much.
They don't
It's
do
true.
much. They don't carry a lot
It's
of
true.
weight.
I think it's just to appease the people hearing economic sanctions.
Yeah, and of course, and the White House has already done that, and so to do it again would just maybe be clawing for egg, grasping for air. But who knows? Who knows?
Russia's crazy.
Yeah.
That's the one thing we can all agree on in the situation.
Yes, we can.
I think all of this is just ridiculous.
I agree.
Why,
peace,
why
everybody.
can't we just all get along? I don't understand.
I mean, hypothetically, it's not our business.
True. Very true.
Let's move on. So, two brothers. This is John's favorite story, I think. He mentioned it before.
I like it.
Two brothers previously jailed for cannibalism and then released have been arrested again after police discovered a child's severed head at their home in a remote village in northwest Pakistan. Mohammed Arif Ali was arrested early Monday after neighbors alerted police to a foul smell coming from his house in the village of Kawar Khan in the Bakar district of Punjab. District Police Chief Amir Abdullah Khan told CNN Tuesday.
Well done.
Thank you. The brothers were released from prison last year after serving a 2-year jail term for similar offenses. They admitted dismembering a woman's body they had stolen from a graveyard in Dra Khan, where they lived at the time.
What?
Yeah.
That is very sickening.
My first question: how do you only get a 2-year jail term for dismembering a woman's body, digging it up from a grave?
Seems a bit light.
So that seems a bit light.
Hypothetically, they have bigger fish to fry.
Yes.
Yeah, but still.
Agreed. But still,
I'm with you.
That's weird.
Yeah, it's not a lot.
Second, okay, I mean,
What?
first of all, I don't like this for the idea of cannibalism or anything like that, but it's just intriguing to me because, personally, Hannibal Lecter is my favorite all-time movie villain, so this is the reason I picked this story. Why would you leave the severed head of a child out in public for someone to smell or see?
I don't know.
How dumb are you?
I don't know.
I
I mean, I'm not dumb enough
Obviously,
to do
something's
it.
wrong with their head. Like, there's
Well,
obviously
yeah.
something wrong with their head. But that just got me. I was like, wow, you left that wide open in the middle for everyone to see and smell. Imagine, like, oh, God.
Okay, we're going to move on.
How bad could that smell?
well,
No, the next one isn't
The
that
next
much
one's not
better
much
either.
better.
All right, here we go. Utah mom admits to killing at least 6 of her babies. So a 39-year-old woman in Utah told police she either strangled or suffocated at least 6 babies immediately after she gave birth to them over a period of years. Quote, during her interview, Mrs. Huntsman admitted that between 1996 and 2006, she gave birth to at least 7 babies at the Pleasant Grove residence, and that all of the babies, but one, were born alive, and that she either strangled or suffocated the babies immediately after they were born, read in a probable cause statement. So,
what is going on with this world?
Messed up.
whoa.
Very messed up.
This is super
That's horrible.
duper messed up.
I
Like,
don't even know what to say.
yeah, me neither.
ew. Terrible.
It's terrible.
Awful. Yeah, it's disgusting.
Oh man.
Hey, it opens up another conversation for people should have to get a license before they get pregnant.
People should have to get a license before a lot of things happen in life.
That's a good point. That's a very interesting debate.
I mean, I don't know if I agree with it again.
Well, again,
Playing
it's
devil's
just
advocate again.
it's an interesting idea.
Yeah. Hey, I wouldn't be
'Cause
totally
people are
against
going to
it.
be like, rah, 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 I want a baby, but you're poor and you live on the streets. You probably shouldn't have a baby.
Yeah.
And then it's going to be like, well, it's my right to do it because I'm free.
Yep.
Well,
America.
on a very sad note, you're listening to WICR's morning
Yeah, I'm
show.
sorry for bringing everyone down with this.
It's okay.
Thanks, John.
It's okay. You can listen to us live on Ustream and
Thanks, John.
Ustream.com and live Ustream.tv, I think it is.
Ustream.tv.
And live365.com, and you can search us on WICR.
What time is it?
We'll be it's
It is 9:30 on the dot.
9:30. We'll be right
2-minute break.
Okay.
120 seconds.
We'll be right back.
119.
We'll be right back after.
118.
Oh, jeez.
17. 16.
Hey everyone, I'm Pete Consadori, WICR President and MassCom Senior. There's great